we're going to see how to do layout with float. You shouldn't do this anymore. You should use Flexbox or other tools for layout. This is just old school. In case you come across it, you know what's happening. Had a couple of videos before where we talked about how float works. If you want to take the whole course, greatercommons.com, right here, baby. That one right there. It's an amazing class if you want to learn HTML, CSS, how to build websites from the ground up. So now we're going to do layout with float. And maybe I want a header. And so there's my header. And then I'm going to want a footer. And then here I'm going to want main. And then if I just put borders around all of that. Actually, before I do the main, let me just think here. Boop, boop, boop. I'll do without main. And we'll do div. And we'll call this one left. And we'll do div. And we'll call this one center. And we'll do div. Oh, we'll call it right. Well, let's do left and right. All right, header. And we'll also do this for the footer. Footer, height, 200 pixels, border, 10 pixels, solid blue, background color, like a turquoise. And let's look at that. You what? Oh yeah. So there's my header, there's my footer, and then I've got stuff in the middle. It's not doing anything with it yet. And then let's do div. And we'll do a height of like 800 pixels. It's a little bit too much. Let's do 500. 400. 300. 200. 250. And then let's do border 5 pix solid red. So we got two divs stacked on top of each other there. And I could just do width, right? I could do left, width, 20%. Right, width, 70%. Let's go way low and see if they come up. Oh, right. And then how would I fix that? With what we know already with display, I could make both of these inline block, right? So that's one way with inline block. And then we could say, well, let's actually make this guy here 80%. And that didn't work because that weird deal right here. Well, that's not going to fix it first. We're going to reset, which is HTML, body, header, div, footer, content padding, border, margin, box sizing, font, and color. Still not lining up, right? But if I come over here now, weird. All I do is change the HTML. I brought that up one line. Right? It's down. No. If it's up, yes. Totally weird. So that's one way we could kind of do our layout, right? But another way, and who wants me to save this? I'll just do display inline block and copy that. Okay. This will be float. another way that we could do this is not inline block. So bye-bye. And what we could do is we could just say float left, float left. Let's see what that does. And let's put this onto 2 lines. So I got to now go into that. Well, that put them right next to each other, but then everything floated beneath it, right? From that point on, things started floating, so things slid under it. The footer slid under it. You see the footer under it? Let me make the footer a different color. See what that code's doing there? Right? So what I have to do to get that to not slide under it, I need to go to my footer, clear left. Layout with float. Okay? Just floating, it's all stacking next to each other, it's out of the document flow. Clear left under it, or clear both under it, and just set the widths, and it all stacks up. Similar concept to display inline block, similar concept to flex, right? You know, flex, row wrap, you know, so you're getting this idea of things flowing next and lining up after each other and setting width. Flex just has some grow things. So if we were to do this with flex, just so we could see it, we saw it with inline block, we saw it with float, let's do it with flex. We'll do that in the next video.